this is going to be a 25-minute hip-specific mobility session, and we're going to be using gliders and bands. So, glider options, if you don't have specific gliders, that's okay. If you have a slick surface and you have socks, that's how you can do it, or you can even use paper plates. Now, I like to use my mat as my slick surface, so that would be a great option. And then for bands, we're gonna be doing all of our mobility moves without the band first, and then adding the band, so you can stick with the non-band option or add the bands. Now, I have 3 different bands with me today, because some of the movements are gonna be a little bit better with a thicker band or with a thinner band, but you don't need to switch. So I'm just kind of bringing options. You probably are gonna wanna start with your lighter bands first. So this is my lighter, and this is more of a medium one. So variety is the spice of life. Variety is what is gonna make this workout also grow with you. So start with your lighter bands, and then every time you do this, which I hope you mix it in often, you can upgrade. So we're gonna actually warm up our body without any equipment first. So you can set that off to the side. Hello to my live crew. I already see Luis and Kristen in the chat. What's up, ladies? Good to see you. Go ahead and also make sure that you have water close. I'm gonna start our official timer, and we're gonna take about 4 minutes at the beginning just to wake up the body with mobility moves, but specifically for the hips. So I have 4 moves. I'm gonna grab a proactive sip here, and then we're gonna get into our workout today. So I hope you're excited. This is gonna be such a fun, unique session. So, if you're ready, find your space, clock on, deep breath in. Exhale. One more deep breath. We're gonna start with leg openers, side to side. So stable base, swing, and I want you to try to get a really nice, big range of motion. So think of your hip cars. Knees go up, side, and down. Good. You also should feel the glutes activate behind you. As you guys know, mobility will also feel like some work today. Some of the moves we've even done in some of our sessions with the band that will feel like work. There's gonna be some new and some that you're familiar with move-wise. Okay, land in the center, leg swing, first lead. Just a couple seconds, find that balance, and I just want some movement through all the different variations of the way the hip moves. Our hip is such an incredible joint. Go ahead and switch. And that's why I also like to dedicate specific mobility to it, because if you can unlock your hips, you're unlocking a lot of results in your body, especially the glutes. All right, get ready from here. We're gonna come down to a kneeling position. This is also why having a mat is great. And we're gonna do pressing forward, then you're gonna come out to the angle, and then out all the way to the side and press. Go ahead and begin on this first lead, and we're just gonna work our way between those 3 positions. So if you think of a clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. And we're doing 30 seconds each leg. Good, just pressing into it, feeling the lift, if you can, a little higher each set. Nice job. If at any point you wanna pause with the movement and stay with it longer, you absolutely can. Otherwise, I'm gonna keep us rolling. Go ahead and switch legs, second lead. Now you're thinking 12, 10, and 9, and then make your way back in. Great work. Keep those hips square, and you're just finding the areas that are tight, leaning into it, literally, and opening up the body. How's that smile, by the way? I always get a big smile when I get to see you guys, but today especially. This entire series is gonna be super fun, super unique for our bodies. Okay, come into your 90-90 position, and we're gonna start. You can hold on behind you, and just give me some switches side to side. Reminder to try to keep the booty on the floor as long as possible, and think about opening and then dropping, keeping the hips connected. Now I mentioned start here because we're gonna add on movements that you are used to. So if you can now, take it to not holding on, and just give me a little bit of a lean forward into that front leg as you switch. So 90-90 we are comfortable with, and we're gonna actually be adding a really unique feature to this today, which I'm excited to do with you. These are also gonna be options if some of the movements maybe are too advanced and you're not quite there. This is a very, very entry level hip mobility move. All right, next phase, go ahead and give me that lift up. So squeeze underneath you and switch. This is gonna be our final warm-up move. These are also fantastic mobility sessions in itself, or mobility exercises, I should say. And if this gives you any indication where we're going, we're gonna be upgrading these moves quite a bit. 10 more seconds, please. Woo, you should be feeling good. Good. Okay, first move, we're gonna actually come into a kneeling position. So I want you to grab your glider. You just need one for this. Keep your band close, and I'm gonna go with my lightest band. So check it out. I'm gonna just turn it aside. Setup's gonna be important. You're gonna take one leg forward, one leg behind you. Toe is gonna be on the glider. Hips are gonna be square, and you're gonna give me some internal and external rotation, allowing that glider behind us to control that. Square those hips. Let's begin, first lead. So keeping the hips to the front and just working on internal and external rotation. Good, keeping the hip tucked. If at any point this is too much pressure on your knee, you can go back to those 90-90s. That's gonna kind of be a go-to move for us. Good, and just take your time, slow and controlled. Don't force the range of motion, become aware of where your range of motion is today. Nice job. A few more seconds, and then we're gonna switch. Also paying attention to each side. Which side is maybe a little bit better on the internal or flip side on the external? And you'll get a chance to test it out on the second lead right away here. So let's switch legs. Other leg comes forward. Toe is on that glider. Again, re-square those hips. Sit up nice and tall. Internal and external, let's begin. So I am curious where you're landing as far as each side. I really geek out, if you guys can't tell, on noticing those differences, because really, if you can balance the body, you're gonna be moving better and feeling better. A lot of times, the imbalances, which is natural by the way, because we do things single-sided all the time, those imbalances can kind of create issues in our bodies. So the more we can bring and close that gap and have them match, the better you're gonna feel. Nice job. A few more seconds. Okay, so we're doing 2 different exercises. So your next exercise, come into a seated position. We're gonna do it without the band, and then we will add the band. So come into your 90-90. Now staying here, sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna take that back leg and work on a little bit of external rotation. Here we go, so pressing out. Now this is gonna be your option 1, because the next time we come through with this, we're gonna add a band. So just opening up with that back leg, keep repositioning as possible, and check it out. If you're in a great position and you're only lifting that much, that's okay. This move is challenging, keeping both feet on the floor, opening up and pressing back. Now you don't want to feel anything in your side. You want to keep everything in the hips today. So if you start to feel your side, you can give me a little bit of a stretch and then come right back in, but keep focused on hips. That's why I want to keep this session all hips. Good. All right, switch your legs. Let's go second lead side. Sitting up nice and tall, making sure you have the squareness, 90-degree angle. Same thing, our back leg is going to lift and lower. Booty on the floor, let's begin. So I am lifting from my hip. I am not allowing my body to rotate. There is no prize for range of motion, especially if it's outside of what your true range of motion is. So just commit to where you're at right now and know this. If you give something attention, it gets better. So if this is an area where you're like, okay, I clearly need to pay attention to a little hip mobility, then I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're aware now, because it's only up from here. Keep going. Few more seconds. We're gonna go back to that kneeling internal, external rotation. And then next time we come back, we're gonna grab that band. Meet me on top. First lead side forward. Gives our body a chance to kind of feel it out. Switch moves. First First lead side. Internal, external. Square those hips and let's begin. So sliding out, bringing it in. Now I anticipate this second round is going to be even better than the first because we've unlocked a little bit more. Good, keep going. Remember to take your time, no rushing. Square and tuck under. Again, movement from that hip joint. I mentioned that unlocking the hips will help your glutes, and it truly does because it allows you to get more range of motion. So when we're doing those glute bridges, you're gonna be able to activate more muscle. Mobility just makes everything better. All right, switch leads. Toe on that back glider. Staggered 90-90 position. Internal, external rotation. Remember to breathe. Let's begin. So bringing it in and out. Nice work. I'm smiling, already anticipating our next move. When we grab that band, we do the 90-90 with a little resistance. And you may wonder what the benefit is of gliders and adding resistance. It's giving you a little bit more challenge on the muscle. That's why you can always do it without the added resistance. Nice job. You also feel the stability in the other side, right? 10 seconds. Great work. Trying to get those angles. Very nice. Okay, come back to your 90-90. Now we're going to use the band this time. And what you're going to do is bring this band all the way above the thigh. Opposite leg is going to have it on the foot. So now, here's the resistance point. Sitting up nice and tall. You're going to press back and give me a little bit of an opening, but the resistance is now pulling you down. So if you don't feel like you're quite here yet, we're going to begin right now. You can do this without the band. Otherwise, using that resistance to open and close. Front leg is your anchor point. Woo! Again, make that hip work. And then if you ever need to kind of scale back, check it out. You just take that band off. And then you can go right into where we started. Otherwise, stay in it. Good, and focus on the range of motion that you feel. Repositioning whenever needed. And now you know why I cued light band to start. Good work. Stay out of your back. And let's switch sides. Woo, just in time, right? Okay, so loop that band on your second lead, just above the knee. And then you anchor it on that opposite foot that's gonna be in a static position. 90-90, let's go, second lead side. Open, close. Now if you get really internal and focus on what you feel, I'm always thinking of, in my mind's eye, I'm picturing my hip joint. Lift and lower that band, or simply my knee if you're not using a band. Give it a little pause on top. The activation is everything. You guys look so good. Keep it up. A few more seconds. All right, pause right there. All right, next move, I want you to grab your other glider. So what you're gonna be doing is we're gonna sit, and we're gonna do some internal and external hip circles. Now, if you have a mat like me, you're gonna wanna slide the mat forward and sit right behind it. So we're gonna do feet on your mat with your gliders. Keep your band close because we have a second move. So check it out. You're gonna have heels on your gliders, and you're gonna picture like you have an object on both sides that you're gonna slide around and go internal and external. Sitting up nice and tall, we're gonna start in 5 seconds. I'll give you a couple test runs. Good, and here we go. So full 360 circles, internal and external. both sides of your booty on the mat. Excuse me, on the floor. Your feet should be on that mat. Keep it up, sitting up nice and big. Thinking of a full circle. Sweep out, sweep in. Nice job. Love it. So we have 2 moves in 15 seconds. We're gonna go to move 2, and I'm gonna have you grab your band. We're gonna do that one with the band right away. You're gonna loop the band around your feet. Transition with me here. We're gonna come back to this one, so keep those gliders close. Loop that band around your feet, sitting up nice and tall. Check it out. You're gonna go external and internal rotation. So bring those feet a little bit wider so you have a little tension on your band. Sit up tall. And here we go. We're gonna go internal and external. Movement coming from your hips. So sit it up, seated up. Nice and tall, booty on the floor, toes touch, open. Now it's really tempting to wanna pull with your feet or use other muscle groups. I want you to think of your hips, internal and external rotation. Nice job. You got 15 more seconds. We'll be doing 2 sets of this. Woo! Nice job. Few more seconds. You're gonna keep the band on. Keep the band, and now we're gonna do our second set with the gliders with an option of adding the band. So you don't have to use the band. You can go back to just gliders. External, circles are gonna get smaller. Internal, come with me. Good. So the circles naturally will be smaller. That's okay. Picture your hips drawing these circles. Circle in, circle out. It's a different type of work, team. Take your time. We're gonna go 30 more seconds here. Woo! Circling out, circling in. Excellent job. 15 more seconds to go. A little longer on this second round. Sweat should start to kick in a little bit if you're working. Nice job. And pause. All right, back to seated, internal and external movements. It's kind of a little flush out option here. 5 seconds we start. Remember, external and internal. Get enough tension so you can get that internal rotation, and let's go. So external, internal. You could also choose to do this without a band. Love it. Keep it up. Sit up nice and tall for me. Reminders constantly. Booty on the floor, core tight. If you can do it without holding on, just allowing you to have a little bit more control in the hips. Nice job. Woo! Few more seconds. Oh, you should feel that glute start to fire, right? And pause. All right, we're gonna come now onto our mat in a quadruped position. So this one we have done before. We're gonna loop it around. I can come up a little bit. Grab a sip, by the way, if you want a little interim sip. We're gonna come into a kneeling position, and I want your band just above the knees. So quadruped position. You can watch me first. We are holding the core nice and tight, and we're gonna come back into an extended leg. You're gonna do our leg swings back and front with the band as resistance. So we've done this move before. We're gonna start in 5 seconds. And we're bringing the leg back in front. You guys in a little closer for this one. And first lead side, here we go. So leg is extended, and I want you to think about controlled movements and getting a nice lift. So now that we've really thoroughly heated up those hips, now we're having them work still in a mobility fashion, and the glutes are now getting a little bit of extra work in as we're working on the hip mobility. So nice big semicircle. And the switch is going to be pretty easy and quick, but I will give you a couple seconds to pause in between. 10 more seconds of work. Try your best not to squeeze your sides. This one I anticipate you feeling tomorrow for sure. All right, pause right there. If you want to give me a child's pose in between, just feels good. And then come back into quadruped. We're going to do second lead side. This is still move number 1. We'll be doing a second exercise. Here we go, second lead side, extend back, swinging forward and in. Nice work. I don't know about you, but I happen to love adding resistance to this move. Being a move that, if you've been doing mobility with me for a while, we've done. What a great addition. What a great extra challenge for the body. 20 seconds. Then we're gonna flip on our back, keeping the band above the knees. Oh, yes, we're gonna get to do 2 sets of these. I can hear you already asking because this one's that good, right? I like this extra challenge. Keep it up. All right, go ahead and flip around now. So I want you on your back. This move, we're gonna have our feet up at 90 degrees, and we're gonna work on double leg external rotation. So just above the knees, head is completely stable, core is tight, and you're gonna keep it at 90 degrees, flex your feet, press out and in. Now this one could be a little bit heavier with your band if you want. We'll do a second set if you wanna test it out here. But keep everything 90 degrees. Legs, I even keep my feet flexed, and I'm working on pressing out with the band through the hips. Everything's through the hips. Good, you also get a little resistance. You feel the adductors in and out. Keep it up. Woo! That's what I was trying to avoid. If you get the flip up, that's okay. You just reposition. Out and in. The thicker bands actually help sometimes for this, for example. All right, go ahead and flip back around. We're gonna do both of those exercises one more time. You can snag a sip, get in position, extend that back leg, and let's begin set 2. Swing forward and back. Good. Great activation of your booty. Think also of not squeezing the side. So keep that leg extended nice and long. So in my mind, I think, in order to not squeeze my side, I am lengthening through that working leg, and then I'm lifting through my glute and opening and closing with my hip. Nice work. Woo! Other leg is stabilizing, so you're not sinking into the other side, right? 3, 2, we're gonna switch. 15 seconds to switch. You can give me a little stretch. All right, second lead side. Little shakeout is always helpful. All right, left leg or second lead side. Extend it back and begin. Lift and tap. Try not to tip your hip. So no internal rotation of the hip. Keep your hips square. That's gonna force you. It's a great reminder for myself as well. It's gonna force you to not go as high, and it's gonna force you to really keep the tension in the hip and on the glute. So don't worry about how high or how wide you go. Think about, is my glute lifting that, and is my hip mobility allowing me to get that full range of motion? And then you just practice from there. Everything that your body, wherever you're at now, we always have the opportunity to keep growing, right? Okay, pause. That's one of my favorite things. If you want to master something, all you got to do is keep at it. Okay, on your back, legs up, and let's do that second set of press outs. Also, notice that the further your knees are away from your body, it's actually going to activate your core as well. So press out, bring it in. Nice job. flexing the feet, pressing out. We're only gonna have one more move to close out today. I know it goes by so fast. 10 more seconds. We're gonna flip around and do one set of glute lifts. 3, 2, 1. Pause, come up to a kneeling position. Take your feet a little bit wider than hip distance, tension on the band. You're gonna tip forward and then squeeze up. And we're gonna use all 1 minute, 15 seconds remaining of class for this set. Here we go. So you're gonna tip forward, feel the glutes activate, drive up, go super slow. Now this is a definite glute activation, and it's also showing you the range of motion and the control you have now over the glutes and the adductors. And I wanna finish with this one because this is a great warm-up specifically for a lower body or glute day. You could go right into a lower body or glute workout after this. You could also repeat all those moves for another set. Tip forward, squeeze underneath you. Keep it up. I want you to keep thinking about head going forward, almost kind of like you're coming over the edge, and what's helping you anchor are your glutes. Do you feel that? Keep going. You feel the glutes grab on and pick you up, right? Stay out of your low back. Beautiful work. We are almost there. Great work, team. Go ahead and meet me on top. Excellent job. Grab a sip of water with me. This move, or I should say this series of moves is so effective, and I want you to mix this in as often as possible. It also is work, so definitely want to replenish and hydrate after. And now you are fully ready to go into another workout, or simply mix this into your routine multiple days a week. Every other day would be fantastic. And notice how, you can kind of do a couple hip circles with me now, how unlocked you feel. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this session today. Look forward to more. If you love using the gliders, let me know, because we can incorporate it much more, even in some of our shoulder mobility days as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me, and I will see you in your next session. And live crew, you know I stay on. So congrats guys, drink a sip of water with me. Way to push through those. If you found any of them challenging, let me know in the chat and I can talk you through any of them. I'm gonna bring you guys down with me and chat with you. But this series was really important to kind of kick off some of our new mobility that we're gonna do. So I'm always trying to level up. Luis, hips feel so light. Good. I'm always trying to level up our mobility because I'm simultaneously trying to level up our strength and really hypertrophy, so muscle development. The way to get better and better results is to keep leveling up with our mobility. See, although I need more practice with gliders, they weren't too glidey on my mat. My feet kept falling off. It becomes a technique, trust me. I practice with gliders a lot because I love the way they move, but you can also do these without, right? If you just kind of lightly skim your surface. Oh, so good, Kristen, and you got Kick It In. Oh, it's so good to see you. I was actually gonna message you and say, hey, I missed you. Where are you? Oh, speaking of Kick It, since I have two Kick It lovers on, I don't know if you guys saw the calendar, but I'm gonna be able to teach at 11:15 on Monday, and we're gonna do, and Luis, this was your suggestion, we're gonna do a Kylie Minogue versus Dua Lipa. The playlist is fire, and I'm so excited to do it. So that's gonna be Monday. It's gonna be a full Kick It, and it's Dua Lipa and Kylie Minogue tracks going back and forth. It's so good. So look forward to that on Monday, either live or on replay. And yes, I love that you guys both did Kick It and then this. These exercises, and when I post it in the library, I'll put the exercises in the chat or in the little description area so that you can always just kind of refer back to it too, because it's a great series that you could do even if you don't want to follow the whole coach ones or coach class. I missed you too. I know, I'm so excited to see you. Also, just kind of an update. Oh yes, I know, Luis, it would be so fun if you could join us. Oh, it'd be so fun. It's 11:15. It's the normal Kick It Monday that we would do. by the way, whenever I can pull off a Kick It Monday, I will be there. My goal is to at least get it in 1 or 2 times a month as Mackenzie's getting bigger and bigger. She's 6 months now, I can't believe it. And 6 months is kind of the magic point because I'm feeling really good every single day. No worries, Kristen. Hey, if you guys both get the replay, I'm just excited that you're going to get to do it because this is going to be a really, really fun Kick It. And I love the artist tributes. It's been such a fun mix-up. By the way, I'm so glad that you guys were live today. What a fun treat to see you guys both. Trying to think of other updates. Oh, yeah, we have 2 more weeks of interim workouts before our next program. I'm going to repeat a program. I'm not going to announce it yet, but we're going to pull back a program we've done because the new program's coming after that. So we're going to do another 4-week program, a throwback, and then we have a new program, brand new, that I'm shooting now, coming up after that. So the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be programming our calendar, and I actually put in the new foam rolling sessions into next week already. You'll see that. And these next 2 weeks, I want you to think about it as, okay, I have an opportunity to really lean into my mobility, pick up fun classes from the library that maybe you didn't get to do live, that you didn't get to do the replay yet, or your favorites. I know Luis loves the strong boxes. And I will be live also just kind of filling in for other days for fun stuff that we could do. These next 2 weeks, I want it to just be really fun and also keep our activity up. Oh, yay, I'm so glad. Oh, Luis, mark your calendars then. I will hopefully see you live. I think that's it as far as updates. I'm in the chat quite a bit in our community, of course. If you have questions, drop it there. New stuff coming all the time. I am like working behind the scenes. I have a list of stuff that I'm pushing out. So just expect a lot more. And I think I had posted, like, I'm so excited for everything I have next because we have so much ahead. I feel like it's like go time. I'm feeling physically like I'm coming back to life. I think that's it. I could literally sit here and chat about everything for about the next hour, but I'm sure you want to get on and enjoy your Saturday. So thank you for carving out this amount of time, and I will see you guys live on Monday.